will be joined by the General Secretary for Sports Writers Association, SWAG, who will be having their 49th General Awards very soon. And there have been some nominees that they've put out there. We'll be joined via Zoom with the General Secretary, who happens to be Osei Asibey, to tell us more, all the details that has to do with the 49th SWAG Awards.
And he's on with us. He's joining us via Zoom. So let's now interact now with General Secretary for our very own association, SWAG. Thank you very much, Senior, for your time with us on the game on GHOne TV. And Merry Christmas as well to you as well.
Thank you, guys. You have taken over the studio and you don't want me in your studio. I'd rather not do so, but it's fine. But I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too. We miss you too. Now, I think last week we saw SWAG bringing out some nominees for the 49th awards. I remember last year it was Kudus, and this time around a lot has happened, changes. We've seen quite a number of them. Can you tell us more about the 49th SWAG Awards?
Well, just before that, I want to commend your team for the good work you have done in the year under review. I think GHOne created some new content or programs as far as sports is concerned, and in the year under review, you have supported the promotion and development of non-football or sports in general. So I want to commend you for the good work you guys have done.
Thank
For
you.
the Sports Writers Association of Ghana, we bequeathed the SWAG Awards from our forebears. So we started this in 1975, and we have been doing this for the past 48 years. We have said that it is the mandate of the country to honor sportsmen and women. There's a common adage, a country that does not honor its heroes is not worth dying for.
Yeah.
So the SWAG, or Sports Writers Association of Ghana, on behalf of the people of Ghana, year in, year out, have tried to honor sports excellence on behalf of the people of Ghana. Unfortunately, we don't get support from the government. So we use our friends and corporate Ghana to continue what our forebears left for us. In the past, we will play a SWAG Cup, and then the proceeds from the SWAG Cup will be used to organize the SWAG Awards. These days, the clubs themselves are unwilling to play SWAG Cup. In the past, clubs would chase you up because they needed competition. Now they need money more than the competition. So you want to play a SWAG Cup, and a club wants to take 150,000. Assuming two clubs, it's 300,000. Yeah. If you're unable to raise sponsorship, remember the gates will not bring you that much. So if you're unable to raise sponsorship, you cannot. But unfortunately, we cannot say we want to organize the SWAG Awards. So every year, we solicit for support from friends to honor sports excellence. Last year, it was beautiful. Like you said, Kudus was crowned the sports personality of the year. Last year, we had Kofi Kenata coming to perform at the event. Last year, we had the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, gracing the occasion. And every year, what we have tried to do is to improve on what we do. So what you have seen in the public domain or in the media is the nominees for the 49th edition. Some of the categories, the winners are known. The other categories, is a voting category, competitive category. So SWAG will vote to determine who won in the various categories. This year, we have introduced a category we call the student athlete category. The whole idea is to encourage the participation of, young men and women at the schools level to play sports. If sports will thrive, it is the basic school, senior high school, and the university level. So that's why we have introduced this category, so that we don't primarily take care of only professionals, but also to encourage young men and women who play at that level, that if they do, they will be recognized. So there are about 29 categories, with the introduction of the student athlete category, if you ask me.
Now Charles, what is the special bit about this year's awards. What will be so unique and so special about this year's awards as compared to the previous ones?
Well, the ceremony itself will have a variety as against what we have done in the previous year. Like I said, year in, year out, we improve. So this year, we are arranging to bring in a banger entertainer, somebody to come and entertain the celebrants, the athletes, sportsmen and women, administrators, and all those we are going to celebrate on the night. The top guests, I'm sure you would want to know, but I'm unable to mention the name of the top guest, but the person truly is a top guest, and the person will be our guest of honor. So the guest of honor will be special, the celebrants will be special. We also we are also honoring some journalists who have done this work for between 25 and to 30 years. Okay. Even though the mandate is to honor sportsmen and women, we feel that people like you, the work you do and all, we should encourage. So we will honor some some journalists who have also done some great work. Also in the categories, which is very, very tough every year. In fact, formerly it was the sports personality of the year. But this time it looks like the SWAG Sports Journalist of the Year has come to climax because every journalist is working so hard. In fact, the first time we introduced this, it was won by Sadiq Adams Obama. The following year, it was won by Juliet Beware. Yeah. The third year, it was won by Gary. This year, we don't know. But we have a short list of 7 journalists. Nanekuya Mankwa, who now works with Super Sports. We have Fentio Tahiru, who works with the Multimedia Group. Muftar Nabila, also with the Multimedia Group. Bright Kankam Boadu from the Ashanti region. And then 2 other guys, one from Media General and then one other. It's a tough, the work we have seen is also tough. And I'm sure the committee by close of day Friday will submit the shortlist to us, but it's going to be interesting.
And when are we looking at having the event itself? Because we're talking about the nominees, special guests, and all of that. But when is the event itself?
So it's January 24, 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center. It's going to be, it will be glamour. It will be beautiful. It's the only night where sports performers or athletes are celebrated in this country. And very often we bring all the big men in the country to come help us honor our sporting heroes. Remember, the year under review was very, very busy because of the Africa Games. And we're going to recognize all the top performers, including administrators. So this year will be another beautiful event, if you ask me.
Now, boss, Osei Asibey, you also happen to be the General Secretary for SWAG and also President for Arm Wrestling. Now, you are vying for Administrator and President.
Monica, hold on. Your microphone has just gone ahead, so let me just bring in a question. We'll get back to you.
No, I got okay. Go on.
Well, so we'll get back to that. I'm sure she wants to take you into arm wrestling. We'll talk about that briefly and take an overview of how the year has been.
I got the question.
Okay. All right, then go ahead.
I'm sure she was going to ask me about my nomination for the sports administrator of the year.
That's right.
Yes. I just want to say that I have recused myself. I have written to the leadership of SWAG, even though I'm the General Secretary, for the purposes of transparency, for the purposes of professionalism and all. I have recused myself from that category. I have withdrawn. And so I am not in contest. I mean, I know that every Ghanaian, when I'm awarded, will know that Charles Osei Asibey deserves it. But I can be the judge in my own court, even though I am not directly involved. As the Secretary of SWAG, it is just not fair for me to stay in competition. So I have recused myself.
Okay. That's a very fair and a valid point there. But what goes into the nomination process? Who does the nomination and what goes into the process of nominating player A, player B, or whoever it is for the awards of SWAG?
So first of all, the General Assembly, okay, we open nominations and we ask people to send nominations. Now, we also have a nominations committee. Apart from people sending in nominations, they also throughout the whole year monitor the various sporting disciplines and federations.
Okay.
So when the nominations comes in, the nominations committee will receive everything and then do due diligence.
Okay.
They will do a background search, they will vet the whole process. When they have done, they will do the shortlisting and present that together with a report to the to the ESCO leadership. So it comes to us as leaders, and then we also look at the work they have done. When we are done, we submit the final work to the General Assembly. We go into a meeting, every SWAG member sits in the meeting, and we pick category by category.
Okay.
We discuss category by category to either confirm or disagree with the work done by the nominations committee.
Okay.
So when that is done, then we finally put the final list out there, because the Congress or the General Assembly is the highest decision-making body. So we put this before them, they endorse, then we send it out. So the list you see out there has gone through a rigorous process.
Okay.
Normally, when the nominations are published, we are unable to do anything to it. Once it goes past the General Assembly level, we're unable to do anything to it. So it goes through that process.
Now, I want to ask this. I know it may sound quite interesting. I don't know how it will sound to you, but I saw National Team of the Year. We had Black Challenge, we have Black Sticks Ladies, Black Satellites, Black Princesses, and Athletics Relay Team. I'm sure because of the Olympics. But quite something is missing. We didn't see the Black Stars. What's happening? Yeah, that's why I want to know. We didn't see the Black Stars in there.
But were you surprised not to have seen the Black Stars?
So tell me about it.
So this is a decision by journalists. They feel that in the year under review, the Black Stars didn't perform well. It is why you don't see the Black Stars in there. So I don't think you have any or many issues with the nominations. Even the National Team of the Year, arm wrestling was captured, but the discussion was that arm wrestling is played by individuals. They don't play together as a team, so they don't qualify. So you understand the language they speak. You understand the process this whole thing goes through. So ask for Black Stars, and you'll be in every journalist in Ghana will agree. In fact, the two of you in the studio will agree that Black Stars as a national team didn't perform well in the year under review.
Right.
I'm even surprised Monica Bukari chose to go towards the Black Stars. Before we end and leave you to move, Charles, I can't let you go without talking about arm wrestling.
Yeah.
If I'm asked, or you are asked to sum up the year and how it's been for the Federation from January to December of this year, in your own words, how would you sum it up?
Well, very emotional and a great season. A work we have done for 8 years. A plan for this year we have done in 4 years. I feel that arm wrestling came good with the support of all of you. I don't think it is because I'm a journalist, so I get the support of the media, but it is because we vigorously and consciously have created a content we want to package. We are building a certain brand. And if I look at what we have done in the year, winning 41 medals, the biggest event on the continent, the Africa Games, it happens once in 4 years, winning 41 medals, 8 gold medals. For me, I think it was a great year. Going to the World Championship for the first time, winning a World Championship medal for Ghana. I think arm wrestling came great. Unfortunately, the kind of support we need as a federation, we haven't gotten it. But I walk around, I move around town with chest out, with pride for what we have done. And it is a collective effort by the pullers or the athletes. Without them, there won't be any arm wrestling. So we thank them for their sacrifices. The coaches, the referees, my board, the administrators, everybody around me, including my IOC team. I have an IOC team. They do everything operations. I think the year has been good, and we are thankful to God. We have done some good work, and the good Lord has blessed us. We pray that 2025 will be a super year for arm wrestling.
Right, now still on arm wrestling before you go, tell me, how does Grace Mentor and then the guy, Edward Yamwa, how do they feel being nominated for Puller of the Year? I know you've spoken to them.
Well, they feel great. They feel great, and they feel recognized.
Yeah.
As I speak with you, like I said, the year has been super good because as I speak with you, Controller General made a promise to the team. He said he was going to promote some athletes and coaches. That has been done. Grace Minta, for the first time in the service, had gone to meet the IGP. Some arrangements were done for her, and once the athletes are happy, I feel excited. So all my athletes, apart from Grace and Edward Asamoah, are super excited. The year has gone good. In fact, what I haven't even told you, some ongoing discussions with EIB Network,
right,
to package arm wrestling and have a special content on EIB. So I know 2025 will be great.
Absolutely.
All right, grateful. Thank you very much, Charles, for your time with us on the game.
I'm waiting for my hamper. I'm waiting for my hamper.
We are equally
also waiting for our hamper because you are the boss. You are the boss.
Don't worry. I know it's good for you to wait, and something will happen. But
waiting is not denial.
Don't worry, it will come.
Don't worry, it will come. It will come.
Don't worry, everything will be sorted. All right, thank you very much. But we'll be there. We'll come for our package from the SWAG office, and then also from the Arm Wrestling Federation. We'll come for everything from you guys. Anyway, that's it with Charles Osei Asibey, who is the General Secretary for SWAG, speaking about the SWAG awards and the nominees that came out a few days ago. And